You're now tuned in to your favorite host of choice, Mr. Aketa Jones, Mr. Aketa Jones, Mr. Aketa Jones. Hey! Let's go! Turn your radio up and just listen to your voice, your business. You're now tuned in with your host of choice, Mr. Aketa Jones, the lady with the voice. Mr. Aketa Jones, Mr. Aketa Jones, Mr. Aketa Jones, the lady with the voice.
What's up, everybody? You are listening to Your Voice, Your Business with me, Aketa J. And I have one of the most busiest men on television. Because, my Lord, every time you look up, he's doing this, he's doing that. I can't deny it. He's the bomb. He is the man. Okay, Mr. Kevin Lucky Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm excited. Thank you for having me on your show.
You are more than welcome.
Yes.
You have really been doing your thing. You've been doing your thing for a long time. But I do want to know, tell the audience where you're from.
I'm from New Orleans.
New Orleans,
Louisiana, uptown, third world's finest.
Really? What brought you to Atlanta?
I've been there going on 2 years now. And the truth of the matter is my cousin Tyler said, man, it's time for you to come to Atlanta. So I migrated to Atlanta, and so I've been here since then.
When you say Tyler
Perry, my cousin Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
Yes, I work for him at the TPS studio, and I own my own studio.
Oh, wow.
And then we did a documentary a few years ago called Maxine's Baby on Amazon, and I said, so he was like, yeah, man, I got some shows I got to put you in. I got some stuff I got you to do. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he said, you should move to Atlanta. No, he didn't say that. That's not his word. He said, it's time for you to come to Atlanta. That's his words. And I totally understood what that meant. And now I'm in Atlanta.
You know, I watched that documentary.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I watched the documentary between you, not between you, but you filming and producing everything. And that was, I think I was just crying. Like, my God, how much work went into filming that documentary?
It took a lot. They originally started about 10 years ago. And then maybe 5 years into it, I jumped on board because, so I'm a historian. A lot of stuff from New Orleans. I love the history of our culture, the Spanish, the French, the this, the that. And so I remember a lot of stuff from me and him growing up as well. So the producers was like, man, we gotta see, when they first called me, I thought they was like full of shit. Can I curse?
Absolutely, you can curse.
They called and they was like, hey man, we're doing this documentary on Tyler, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they full of shit. I didn't say that on the phone, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And then he get the phone. He said, look, what's up? I'm like, okay, it's the man, it's the boss. I said, what's up, cuz? He's like, no, look out for him, take care of him. They're gonna come to New Orleans, show him around, and blah, 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 blah. So when they came, they interviewed my mom. And then we were there, to do the interview, just talk about growing up. Mm-hmm. And then I was talking about so much stuff growing up, just remembering a lot of stuff we've been through. And then when they doubled back, they were like, well, Lucky, we want you to narrate it. We want you to help produce it, narrate it, and, bring it to a conclusion. Because it was so much footage, they didn't know what direction to go in, anything. And I was like, super cool. You know what I mean? I was like, so I'm on board with you guys. And we flew it out the roof after that, So I got on board with them. We chopped it up. Had several meetings about, what direction should it go in? Because Tyler's always been commercialized and sensationalized for who you see he is now. We had to tell you who he was back then before he made it to that status he's at now. So it was rough. It was rough for him growing up and, trying to get odd jobs and raised with his dad being so rough the way he was, the way he would whip him, Yeah. So I had to bring a different perspective and a different light to it, coming from the cousin standpoint of being there, seeing it myself and understanding the totality of it, So, but it was I think it was needed in the industry because we also he allowed us, because he has the say-so over it all, and he allowed us to bring people into how he even got the audience, so to speak, with his style of, he had this website, and then you would subscribe to the website, and that's how he got your data. So before Facebook and MySpace and everything got popular, he got all your information from your data. So he was able to email you and say, "Come to my play, come to my play." You know. Then it flipped when he got the TV show. The first show was House of Pain, and then once he got that show, they were like, "Oh, you're not gonna get 1,000,000 views," and so they did a deal, a 90-10 deal, and in that deal, which means give me $100 million. They said, "No, you don't have an audience like that. Nobody knows you." He said, "I tell you what, promise me." They did a contract, 90-10. So that means I'm gonna put up the 10% of money to film it and you distribute it. If it hit 1,000,000 views, you give me $90 million. That's what the contract is, 90-10. Right? So I'm gonna put up 10, you put up 90. Oh, whatever. This will never happen. You're not gonna. And sure enough, he got 4 million views. And the roof blew off, and it was like, can we get a second show? Can we get another season? Because he did House of Pains. He said, "No, I won't give you another season. I'll give you another show." And now you have Meet the Browns. And then here come Meet the Browns. Now they got 100 episodes. Now that's another $100 million. See, so it became a snowball for him. But he had this cult-like following. The people just love his shows and his content, and it wasn't about the big stars, because early on he never had no big stars. Even today, the people that's on there, nobody don't know them. And then they say, "Oh, that's your boy from Tyler's show." So he make people famous.
I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the way he takes people that have these extraordinary talents that have been overlooked for so many years, and he make them seen. He make the people be seen. He changed their life, you know. Yeah. And not only do he change their life, he make it better, and he keep working. You know, he keep working them. You know, he keep them employed is what I'm trying to say. And I love that. Absolutely. You know, it's like, he's an inspiration. For sure. And it ain't about Tyler Perry right now. You know, if you ever want to do my show, I promise you I'll be right here. I'll take off work and everything like I just did. Okay, so we know you as the filmmaker, producer, and now you have this amazing role, like a standout role. Now, mind you, All the Queen's Men, my God. Damn,
you're right on.
My God. That's a good show.
Yes, it is.
Your character stands out so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Your character, I was like, who? I wasn't flirting on the TV or nothing like that. I was like, who is that?
Right. That's right.
And then you start killing people. I'm so scared. Oh, Jesus, is he going to come through the TV? Okay. But how do you prepare for a role like that? Because you have to literally embody that particular character as Smoke.
Yes, yes. Art imitates life. Life imitates art. Okay. And when we coming up in New Orleans, we've been through a lot: poverty, obscurity, and gangs and drugs and people getting killed, and seeing shootouts and people getting killed. So you have to pull it from somewhere. Yes. I've never killed nobody in my life ever. I wouldn't be here today, I don't think. But I've been through some things in New Orleans, in the streets, growing up, trying to survive. Right. Conversating with different people, understanding their stories and their struggles. So I take those influences and I embody them into the character so he could be as realistic as possible, as authentic as possible, and the audience could appreciate his realness, right? So I don't want to come across pretentious and fake, like I'm not going to do the business for Madam. I'm going to work for hire. I have my own money, my own thing going on. So I'm not working in Eden under her. I'm working with her instead of for her to resolve issues that. So my loyalty is with her, right? I don't want to be on the side of the law because I'm breaking the law. So she comes in and like, I need you to do these favors for me. Of course, I'm gonna pay you, but I'm like, cool. the killing is a art to me. You know, it's like painting, like a Picasso.
I saw that.
You know what I mean? So I'm cutting people open and I'm doing all this wild stuff, right? Because for me, it's an adrenaline, if you will, right? And there's a backstory which you'll see later on in other seasons and episodes, and hopefully a spinoff, right? But you know what I mean?
You can
Because
do
he
it.
has, yeah, for sure, absolutely, gonna do it. So he has
Done.
So he has a backstory. You know what I mean? So in that backstory, it just tells about where smoke comes from, and why he's like he is, and why he take the killing, not to just go and shoot him or stab him, but he make it into an art, and then he even explain to them why they're getting killed, what they did, and that's okay if you're about to die. People die, they never died before. Just go and see your maker, and it's all right.
You know what it remind you of? When your mama whooping you. And you be
Yes.
like, let me tell you why you getting whooped, man.
Yes.
Okay, you did this, so I'm going to beat you
Yes.
right here. And you better not make no noise, because if you make some noise,
That's correct. That's 100%.
that's what you was doing. Let me tell you, the way that, I hate to say you killed, but the way that smoke blew that dart
At the meter maid.
at the meter maid. I was like, sister done got
Yes.
at the bus stop.
And then what I said, people don't have no compassion these days.
And I was like, did you really just say that? It was not. That was funny. That was funny. Now, you mentioned your studio, the Lucky Johnson Studio. Tell me about it.
So I'm right here in Riverdale,
Okay.
about 20 minutes from here where we are now. And this is Stockbridge, yes. So I opened the studio because you have a lot of smaller production companies, writers, directors, producers, and guys who are not at working at a level of a Tyler Perry or Ice Cube or Will Packer, Kevin Hart, and the list goes on and on and on. So they're more smaller guys. So I wanted to give them a opportunity and an outlet to bring the budgets they have, the funding they have, utilize the studio, the cameras, the crew if they need it, and also my expertise to get their products done, right? I also have my own network. It's called Lucky Johnson Network, LJN. So when you film a thing, a lot of times it's so hard to get distribution. And they'll say, I'm going to go to Netflix and I'm going to go to, and it's extremely hard to do those things because you got to have a rep over there, somebody who walk you in the door.
Oh.
And so I'm in meetings at TPS with people from Netflix, BET, Tubi, Hulu, Peacock, because they're all asking for Tyler for shows. So those meetings be so exponential because he's negotiating with all these big top companies in the streaming and distribution space. And it's really refreshing for me to hear it because then I can bring it back to my community and say, hey guys, this is what's going on for you guys to be able to compete. This is what needs to be done for you as far as your visuals and your audio and the story content don't matter because there's an audience for everything.
Yes, it is.
You know, just make sure it looks good, sounds good, and be consistent. So if you do a movie, you can't do a movie every 5 years. It's not gonna work. You know, I shoot a movie a month. I shoot a movie. I just finished one in 4 days called Pray for the Pastor, Prey, Pray for the Pastor. Then the month before that, we shot The Lock-In. Then the month before that, we shot Partners in Crime movie. Then the month before that, we shot Go Play the Dreams. You know what I mean? So you gotta, every month I'm shooting a movie. And then I have the footage. We put it in post-production. And that way, content is key. So when the big guys come, and I'm privy to those meetings like Tyler has at his studio, I'll have all this content, all this material, and all these movies and TV shows. We have a TV show called Bougie and Ratchet. We have another one called Atlanta Lifestyles. We are working with Dr. Ken Mass. He has a movie called, it's a chess movie. It's called The Scandalous Moves. So we got a bunch of titles, you know what I mean? And but we're just not waiting for nobody. And that's the information I bring back to the smaller guy, not the little guy, the smaller guy. Don't wait. Get a group of people, your friends, hit the record button, get to work. Don't wait.
Build your own table.
Please. Because you're waiting and it'll never happen because you're waiting. It just won't. because you're waiting for someone from Hollywood that never met you, 80-year-old Jew man, to come and say, I want to put you in a movie. I want to fund your movie. It just never happened. I know you're never supposed to say never, but it'll never happen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the truth. So when did you decide that you wanted to be an actor?
So I've been acting since I was 11.
Okay.
That's when it started. I did some commercials like British Nights and rallies. They call it checkers, but it was rallies.
Rallies
the
back in the days.
Yeah. What else? Just child abuse commercial. I was 11, and so the check came in care of me to my mom, but with my name attached, and I felt really proud about that because I was like, oh, I'm bringing money in the house, you know, and that kind of sparked the bug. And then on the flip side, me and Tyler would be the entertainers of the family. Like his mom would have these parties and these card games every Saturday. So we'll come out and do James Brown and Michael Jackson and put on these wigs and have fun because we're just entertaining. Because they thought it was just cute. You know, unbeknownst to us, we were headed to something, you know, and but we couldn't foresee it then. We just thought we just acting crazy, having a good time, and really don't want to go to bed anyway because all the people is at the house, so we trying to stay woke. And the kids got to go in the room, though, because these are adults. They having a card game and drinking beer, and the kids, in this era, kids don't be with the adults. Now they is, but back then there was no such thing.
It's different now.
Very different, very different.
We were not raised the way some of these kids are raised.
They don't.
Trust me. I'm born in 81, so
respect.
You know how that goes. What would you tell a young filmmaker that's in college right now trying to be the next Tyler Perry or the next Lucky Johnson?
Sure. I spoke at Morris Brown yesterday at their college, and a month ago I spoke at Clark Atlanta. And I do these college tours to talk to the kids about TV and film, of course, but I also talk to them about entrepreneurship and ownership, right? What I would say to them is, don't give up, get started, get with your friends. It could be 2 or 3 or 4 people. Somebody could hit the camera, somebody could do the sound, somebody could write the script. 2 of them could be actors. Y'all could swap it out every now and again. Then the person behind the camera could be the actor, but you have to get started. And then you just keep getting better and better at what you're doing. Get better at your lighting, get better at your camera angles. You know, find out what's giving you depth. Find out what's giving the audience the wow factor or the shock value of, oh wow, that was nice, that was good. Because when you're editing and you're moving different angles from different camera shots, it keeps the audience engaged. They're triggered because you keep going boom, boom, boom. You know, you're like, oh, it's not one shot. It's doing something, right? But keep honing in on your craft and getting better and better and better at it. But do it, you know, find the passion in it. You know, don't do it for the money.
Right.
The money's gonna come because you're passionate about it. But if you do it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reason because you're not gonna find the passion. Something's gonna lack. But if you do it for the passion of it, the love of it, I promise you the money gonna come because they're gonna see your work ethic, and they're gonna see your outcome. The people is what I'm saying, the consumer. They're gonna say, wow, this person did, like I was sharing with somebody, everybody have a style of shooting. Spike Lee put you on this dolly and he rolled you in with the camera. It looked like you're floating. And so most of his movies, he do that, you know, and that's a cool shot. And he like jazz music. Quentin Tarantino like guns and blood, and he's shooting and blood splatter. I mean, it's like you just busted a blood vessel the way he filmed. And he flares out the camera so your head and the sun would move and the camera would flare out from the sun, and then your head would go back and block the sun. He intentionally shoot like that. Hollywood would say, no, don't let the sun but he move your head so you can see the sun, it blurs out the camera, and then he puts it back. That is a beautiful shot. So he kind of mastered that, you know, to flare out. A lot of them do different things, right? Everybody have their niche, is what I'm saying, their style. So you find your style, you know what I mean? It may be the way you light it up. It may be cinematic. You might want it with different shadows and different corner pockets. You know, you might want it real bright so it could be sitcom or episodic. It just depends on how you light it up, how you see it as the director. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say to the young folk. Take our motto, especially Tyler's, because I took it. I come from a Tyler Perry University, so my degree is theater, PFMA, Performing Media and Arts. I have associate's and bachelor's, and I get my doctorate December 6th. So I get a doctorate, yes, thank you, in philosophy, and I get a PhD in fine arts and music. So that's December 6th. I get my my degree. The point I'm making is I went deep into the rabbit hole because I'm really invested in what I do and believe in myself. You know what I mean? So it's way beyond the beyond, right? And so the young filmmaker, writer, producer, director that's coming up, and young is not age, it's just a mindset of if you're new to the business, you're young. So it's not your age. You may be 30, 40, but you're just getting to the business. That means you're young. You see what I'm saying?
I'm old.
So, yeah.
I'm 44.
You respect. No, you're young. And so but you're in the business now. So it's another career path for you to make. But you can make millions of dollars doing your podcast. You can make millions of dollars because the advertisers want to know where the eyeballs are and let us go and advertise over there. So they bring you all this money. Wow. They bring you millions of dollars. And because the advertisers already gave it to them, they have to give it to you so that you can advertise their company. It's all about the data. It's all about you building the data for your podcast, you see? So what does that mean? That means keep telling people to subscribe, keep telling people to look in, keep telling people to post it and repost it so that as you keep building and as the companies keep recognizing you and hearing about you, so you're here today and gone tomorrow. No, stay tomorrow, the day after that, then they know they can give you millions of dollars.
That's confirmation.
That's confirmation, yeah.
Consistency is what you're saying.
Absolutely. Because if you go away, tomorrow they're about to bring you $10 million tomorrow. But then tomorrow you say, I don't want to do the podcast no more. They say, God, dog, we was just about to.
Oh.
So you're right at that breaking point, you know? Don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep interviewing people. Your space is beautiful. Your space is outstanding.
Podcast Central.
You know? Yeah, it's a beautiful space.
And he is a wonderful owner. Yeah. He is the bomb. Like, seriously. Whew, thank you so much for that confirmation. Oh, we ain't done.
That's right. No, it's all good.
I love talking to you.
I love talking to you.
So, listen, let me tell you. I saw your bio. And you worked with Jamie Foxx. You've worked with The Rock.
Yes.
Now, who do you inspire or aspire, if I'm saying that right, to work with in the future?
That's a good question. I would like to work with Sam Jackson. I would like to work with that's a good one. What's my boy name?
You've worked with Denzel already.
I've worked with Denzel already, yeah. Now, that was a dream come true.
Yes, it is.
Working with Tyler is a dream come true.
Yes,
so
Lord Jesus,
those two there was my, you know what I mean? I like, when I got those situations, I was like, all right, God, it's whatever after that, you know, because I always wanted to work with my cousin because I really appreciate what he's became and what he's done, right? So I said, man, that's a beautiful thing because I know the backstory of his struggle. I'm like, man, you really came from nothing, you know, and I'll be excited when I'm at work at the TPS because it's the grounds is just magical. It's like a college campus and there's a lot of young people moving around working and everybody's moving. There's a lot of moving parts to make the machine well-oiled, right? So I'll be excited about that. And working with Denzel, so quick story, Two Guns. Denzel Washington, Mark Wahlberg, and Mark had already did Contraband, and so we was cool. Me and him had already became partners, and so in the call sheet, puts our name on it. It said Bobby Stiggs, right? So I said, dang on it. I thought I was shooting with Denzel. I thought I was filming with him, right? So I was a little disappointed. And then so when we go to rehearse it's called blocking.
Okay.
We go through this door. We about to rehearse our scenes, and then we let the camera see, then we let the crew see. Denzel come through the other door. I said, Lord have mercy. I felt like a bitch. Respectfully. I said, oh, shit, there go the man right there, right?
The man.
I said, there go goddamn Denzel, you know. Mr. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. I said, there he is. So I had to gather myself. I said, God damn it. Get yourself together. You know, uptown, New Orleans.
Oh, my God.
And the director introduces, you know, hey, Denzel, I want you to meet Lucky Johnson, da 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 da. So I said, Denzel, nice to meet you, blah, 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 right? So as the shoots go on and the days go on, we go dinner, we do this, that. So Mark Wahlberg, he's a character, Mark. Shout out to my brother, Mark Wahlberg. Mark said, Lucky, man, you got it going on, man. I saw you.
Yep.
I see you fit on the bus and you on these billboards. And so Denzel's next to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really engaging Mark. Not that I'm not engaging Denzel, but I have a little more history with Mark, with Mark. And so we're talking. And then he said, man, because you're on the barbershop and everything, because one of my barbers went up to cut his hair.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me and said, man, I'm on the elevator, I'm about to go cut Mark Wahlberg hair. I said, well, you're not going to cut Mark hair. You probably cut Brian and Steve, his crew, but not him because he has a stylist go with him. So, but just tell him I said hello and da-da-da. So when my guy called me back, he was like, Lucky, bruh, man, they love you. They said you supposed to be coming to dinner with them tonight. I said, yeah. I just didn't tell him all that. Just tell him I said hello so they can put the lineage together, you know. And he was like, so Denzel said, Lucky, you on the barbershop? Now he's engaging. This is how we get our first conversation. I said, yeah, man, you know, I've been on the barbershop for years. I'm a barber, licensed barber. I own a barbershop, beauty salon. He said, well, I got my guy over here. He been with me 20 years. And he said, all he do, and then the guy come over there, he said, show him what you do. And he brushed Denzel's hair. He said, I done put 2 kids through college and about 3 houses. And this is all I do for 20 years. And he brushed his hair. I said, God, dog.
And that's it.
And that's it. He get paid top dollar. You know, Denzel get $20 million a film. But you got to have a whole nother budget for his crew.
That's possible to make that type of money per film?
Yeah, $20 million. Not even 30 days. And he'll do a stage play. He say, so he loved Broadway. He come from Broadway. He Broadway, he loved plays. So he said, man, I made $250,000 doing plays, right? He said, but that's where the real acting is, in stage, in Broadway, in theater. He met his wife in theater, Miss Paulette. She's a wonderful woman, Miss Paulette, Mama Paulette. But when he do movies, he said, I'm not even here 30 days and make $20 million.
Good Lord.
He said, but I make sure I do 3 or 4 movies a year. I don't do too much because if they see you too much, then you kind of, you know, dilute yourself. Okay. He said, you want them to urge to see you. When I'm going to see him again? Yeah. So he might do 3 or 4 movies a year. That's $80 million. But he do Broadway 6 months out the year because he loved the stage. He loved theater. He said that's where the real acting is, you know. And so it was an honor to work with Denzel. You know, he's our Sidney Poitier of our era. Yes. You know, my mom and them era was Sidney Poitier, Billy D. Williams, you know, Cicely Tyson and things of that nature. That was there to go to black celebrity. Yes. Ours was, you know, of course Sidney too, but mostly like Denzel and Sam Jackson and things of that nature. Those guys who kind of pioneered the way. Morgan Freeman, for sure, hands down. Morgan Freeman, yes. I want to work with Morgan. It's several of them actually, but I would love to work with Ice Cube. I want to work with whoever want to work with me, and I'm sure it'll come to pass.
Can they reach you? Because let me tell you something. It's hard. Well, I guess for me, because I'm not in the industry big yet, like y'all. But I mean, it's pretty tough to reach you. And when you text me back, I was like, "Is this real?"
Yeah. Then you called me. You coming to the podcast? I said, yes, ma'am. I said I laughed because I told my staff. I said she didn't probably think it was really me. She called. She said, "I got to hear his voice because I'm not gonna go and take off work and come
and
if
pay.
It ain't really you." Yes. Yeah. It's not really you.
I was a little nervous. I'm like, "Oh Lord."
Yeah.
But no. So Ice Cube can reach you. I think that'd be a good team to work with.
He's very reachable. I'm very reachable. I'm very tangible. Okay. Right. I want to work with whoever want to work with me. Yes. I'm very flexible. Right. It's just a matter of making it make sense for the time strength, you know, because things move kind of fast in our business.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I see.
So I might be at TPS tomorrow, right? And then a schedule come out where we're not there for a week or 2, and then I'm over here doing something else because it's all about scheduling. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So if someone call and say, "Lucky, I want you to be in this movie," one woman called me to be in the movie, and I forgot. And the movie come out, and she inbox. She said, "You supposed to be in this movie?" I said, "I'm so sorry, but you got to follow up And then that way I could tell my team
Right.
so we can schedule it. Because once it's in the books, they remind me. Because I have a team of people that's doing several different things so the machine can run smoothly. You know what I mean?
That's why you're so successful, because you have a team. You have a good team at that. You know, I think that's where my issue is not having a team. You know, not being from here, because of course
Where
I'm
you from?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've only been here a year.
Oh, you're doing
You
good
know,
then.
am I?
Yes. You started.
Oh,
You
I
started.
started
You're
in
doing-
2013.
Yeah. See?
I had a radio show
Oh,
back in
in
Jacksonville,
Florida.
Florida.
Oh,
I
okay.
interviewed Cheryl Lee Ralph,
Yeah, Cheryl.
Tamala Mann.
Tamala,
I've interviewed a lot of different people.
Those some good people. Yeah, that was some good names right there. That was some powerful women.
That was back then. And they didn't even know me, you know, and
Right.
we still had little conversations outside of, you know, the interview. It was just amazing. But what does it take to build a good, strong team?
So I always think about when Tyler said people be in your boat poking holes in your boat. So if you let's say you're in the front of your boat, you know, and somebody's in the back of your boat, and you're looking for the future, you know, you're guiding them to get to land or whatever, and they're in the back of the boat poking holes in the boat. Then you notice in the boat start tilting. So you go to the boat, you say, oh my God, they got holes in the boat. Let me start plugging them up. So your back is now to the back of the boat, and they're in the front, but now they're poking holes in the front. You're working ass backwards. You know what I mean? It's counterproductive, right?
Yeah.
You got to get a group of people who are like-minded, who are humble, who don't have too much. Like they got. So if you got a family and kids and bills, I totally understand that. This job or this position or this movement may not be for you. Go to work, collect a check, go home and take care of your people. So we are not ordinary people living an unordinary life, extraordinary life, so to speak, right? Because we're not succumb to the traditional ways of society and life, right? It's a struggle. Cars are gonna be repossessed, houses are gonna be foreclosed on, jobs are gonna fire you, friends are gonna leave you, spouses is not gonna understand. They're gonna say, no. You know, I want to go to dinner and you want to go buy a lens for a camera that's 30 grand. They're not gonna understand. They're not, you know? And so if you could find the right person, no matter who it is, it could be one person, then two people, then three people. Once you allow them to see your vision, because God gave you the vision, He didn't give it to them.
Facts.
So once you got the vision, you can share with them and try and mold them and bring them along the way. And then if they could just see a little something, like for instance, so I have a production deal with Tyler Studio, TPS, my studio, his studio.
Oh.
What that means is to develop some shows, right? So when I get the emails from the studio, I show my team, so they can understand I'm not just blowing smoke up their ass. Look, we're communicating, and then I CC them in emails that I talk to the development team with to pitch certain shows. So I say, hey, you got a show, send it to me. Let's see if they'll pick it up.
Oh, wow.
Right? They'll send it to me. They got to send me the pitch deck, the script. If they with the WGA, Writers Guild Association, things of that nature, they send it to me. If they have a trailer, I got to have the synopsis, the log line. It's just a list of things. Then I submit it, right? If they grab hold to it, good. They grab hold through it to me. Now I'm executive producer. I may be in it, but then that's another check. You know what I mean? So you secured the bag.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah. Just because they got it don't mean they're going to pick it up. That's not what that means. They just got to keep submitting different shows, right? So I try and show my team what's going on, how it's going on, and what may happen. I don't want them to quit their day job, right? And then get to a point where of several of them, they quit their day job. Because I might have about 30 people work for me, 30, 40 people. So I have to make sure that I'm sustained and good so that I can pay them so they can take care of their families. So I'm responsible for them. You know what I mean? Right at about 40. And so...
You got 40 people on your payroll?
And yeah.
God is good.
Because I got so many different... So You got the production company, you got the studio, you got the network. You know what I mean? You got the of course, I have a construction company. I have a restaurant. So I have several different businesses, real estate company.
Wow.
The list goes on because you have to fund your own project. Well, for me, I do. So I don't get money from a hedge fund or angel investors or the local street guy or none of that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I go and raise the funds by doing stage plays, sell some food at the restaurant, build some houses, sell some houses, and then I invest in myself because I believe in myself.
Yes.
So if I don't believe in myself, they're not going to believe in myself. If I don't put the money on myself, you know what I mean? Who will, right?
But you get a return.
I get a return. Yeah, I get a return because I'm giving the community, I'm giving the consumer something that's needed, supply and demand. So if a thing is in demand, I supply it, right? When the COVID came, I hurried up and we got doggone hand sanitizer things because there was a demand for it. Because they say wash your hands, so I invested in that and made some good money with that, with the hand sanitizer.
Wow.
We have a storm come in New Orleans years ago, and they didn't pick up the trash. I went and bought these dump trailers and went and picked up all the trash. You know what I mean? So you do stuff, you try and look ahead in the future to be ready for the opportunity. So don't try and get ready, be ready.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I'm always ready.
I can tell.
Yeah, I'm always
Shirt
ready.
on.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Lucky Johnson Studio,
Yes.
you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready because it's all about branding. I'm ready.
Branding.
Yes. Wow. And I appreciate people such as yourself and who are, it's a little audience or a big audience, it don't matter. It's still an audience. It's still a voice, and it's still going to reach somebody, and somebody's going to hear something, is going to be able to help them along the way with their project, or they might be able to say, hey, man, I heard this guy, Lucky, say dot, and it helps them. You know what I mean? And then in turn, it'll introduce me to someone else, a different audience.
And it will. And
Yes.
it will. Oh, man, I don't want to let you go, but you already know what I had to go through to get here.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I'm glad you got me here. I sure appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so awesome.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. So tell the people how can you be reached? Instagram,
Yeah, absolutely.
Facebook.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram at Lucky_Johnson. Also, Lucky Johnson Studios, Instagram. I have my own potato chip company called Bounce Snacks. It's on Instagram. Wow. We have potatoes. I should have bought you some. I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry.
Bring me some next time.
Yes,
Or I'll meet you to get some because I like to
bring
eat.
you some. I should have definitely bought you some Bounce Snacks. Our website is LuckyJohnsonStudios.com. If you want to submit some films or some content, things of that nature. We also have our record label, Big Face Records. I've been around forever. So if you want to submit music to be considered for syncing and licensing on some of these movies, it's bigfacerecords25@gmail.com. Yeah, man, we tangible. We're right here in Riverdale, Georgia. Our phone number is 404-960-2034. So I want the people to reach. I'm not gonna hide. You know how celebrities get they hide. I
You
I
are
am
tangible.
not hiding. Yes.
You are. Everyone that I've met have been really nice. They have not been stuck up and bougie. Now some of the reality TV stars have been, not towards me, but I've seen them towards other people. So it's okay, but I appreciate like real actors.
Yes.
That have went to school for this and, have
Absolutely.
studied their craft.
Right on.
And I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
You're
God
welcome.
bless y'all. And be sure to take God everywhere you go. You can't take God, don't go.
What's your favorite quote?
I just said it.
That's your favorite quote?
Take God everywhere you go. You can't take God, don't go.
I like that.
Thank you, baby.
like that.
Love y'all, man. Peace.
This has been another episode of Your Voice, Your Business podcast with me, Aketa J. Until next time, same place on YouTube, of course. All right. Have a wonderful day.
Miss Aketa Jones, Miss Aketa